So John, we're here in the heart of London, and a lot of Australians are going to know your company from your resorts pretty much through Asia and obviously in Greece, but there's a lot more to Karma than just those two countries.
Oh, absolutely. We're now up to 30 resorts. Over the last 4 years, we've been expanding a lot over here in Europe. We see Europe as a great growth market, whether it be Australians or it be Southeast Asians or indeed anyone all over the world, they all want to come to Europe. And as an acquisition point of view at the moment, Europe's a great time to buy. There are some beautiful properties on the market that we can pick up at a great price in some iconic destinations. We as a company always believe in buying what we call brand destinations, as in destinations that everyone knows about. So in the last few years, we have a property here in London, Karma Sanctum, which is a joint venture with our friends, the band Iron Maiden, which is just down the road in Soho. We have a beautiful property we've just acquired in Tuscany called Borgo de Colleoni, which is equidistant between Pisa, Florence, Lucca and San Gimignano. Couldn't be better placed. Iconic sort of Tuscan Chianti feel. Over in Greece, we now have 2 properties in Crete. We're opening up in Mykonos quite soon, and we're looking at add more properties over there. My most recent acquisition, literally about 2 weeks ago, was in Normandy, just outside Paris, right on the Seine. It has 200 meters of Seine frontage. It's by Rouen, the medieval city. It's an hour and 20 minutes to get into Paris. We have properties in Germany, Karma Bavaria, just outside Munich, which is a beautiful ski resort. We're looking at properties elsewhere in Europe. We've got a chateau in Carcassonne. We've obviously got our property just outside Saint-Tropez, the Laura Ashley estate. We have properties in the country here. So in general sense, we're still developing in Asia. We're still developing in Australia. We're in Rottnest, in Margaret River, and we also love that part of the world. But to me, Europe at the moment is a great opportunity to acquire assets. It is a place that people want to go, whether they're Australian or Asians, and we can bring the Karma philosophy, the je ne sais quoi, the 5-star hippie, to iconic properties that are based over here.
And you've also got a few different models of your business as well. You've got obviously the villa ownership, but you've also then just got regular hotel guests who want to come and enjoy your facilities.
Absolutely. I mean, we operate very much what we call mixed use. All our properties are a combination of some of the, if you were to go to one of my properties now and you sat by the pool or you sat in the bar, you'd meet people who are long-term club members that have been with us for 25 years. You'd meet people who are joining up on a more recent pay-as-you-go plan where we sell an annual membership at $4.99 that gives people discount to come and stay in our resorts. You'd meet some people who are there just for a one-night basis. You'd meet some people that have bought a suite or a villa or a room or some kind of real estate transaction. So we're very keen on being all-inclusive about the people that can stay with us. We are primarily a private members club, and I always stress that, and our main core business is attracting people into our club. We have 85,000 people now in our club, our members club, but it is possible to stay on a one-night basis. We would hope you stay one night and you want to stay a lot longer and you'll join our club, but there are many different forms of people staying at our resorts, yes.
And if you look at the concept here, you're now in London, obviously that's fantastic for you. You're looking at other big cities, LA, New York, Hong Kong, Singapore, given the demand for urban areas as well?
No, absolutely. I mean, the Karma Sanctum product in London is based on what we think to be an authentic rock hotel. I think there's a huge gap in the market. I used to be in the music business myself. A number of years ago, I came across my old friends who manage and are in the band Iron Maiden, who've been in the business for a long, long time. With them, we started our first one in London. It is like, we think it's like the Hard Rock Hotel, but with authenticity. So it's not run by a group of accountants that are trying to make it like a rock and roll hotel. It's run by rock and rollers. And so it's got guitars on the wall and a great all-night bar on the roof and all sorts of funky stuff happening. Our plan is to open up similar hotels in Miami and Los Angeles and New York over the next few years. In all of them, we're going to look for rock icons as figureheads. We're talking with Roger Taylor from Queen at the moment to be one of those for our next hotels. So urban hotels we like the look of. I would stress it's very different from most developers' urban hotels. These are all quite small, 30, 40, 50 rooms. They will be owned and operated by us. They won't be more the investment model that a lot of people operate on, but we do like the idea of developing the Karma Sanctum brand and going to the major metros.
30, 40 rooms sounds about as much as I can ever think for a Karma resort, going back to the days where you and I first met in Bali at Karma Kandara. I think one of the most popular resorts in Bali for Australians still to this day.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, having said that though, Karma Kandara has grown. It's now 80 villas, and when we finish developing the land behind, which we are doing now, it'll be up to 150. We still like the boutique space. I don't see us ever playing in the 500 room large hotel space. I like the hotel to be big enough that there's scale to provide the amenities, whether it be the bars, the restaurants, the gyms, the clubs. But equally, I like it to be small enough as a sense of community and a sense of ownership. So our sweet spot, I guess, is probably more like 40 to 50 rooms these days. That's what we'd look at as being the optimum size. Rarely more than 100. We do have a couple of resorts more than 100, but most of them aren't. And rarely less than about 30, because then it becomes a little difficult to provide the amenities and the facilities that you'd like to.
Also from a service standpoint, right, John, I think when you go into a 500 room hotel, sometimes the offering of what you guys offer in big cities would be actually quite challenging for you.
It would be a nightmare. I mean, look, I'm in no way critical of that model, but it is a different model. I mean, I personally, when I travel, either for leisure or for business, try and stay clear of hotels that are too big, because it's always going to be a cookie cutter approach, and that's fine. I say I'm not criticising that segment of the business, but as I always say, and I'm here in London to speak at a conference tomorrow, and I'll be saying then, we are not in the lodging business. We're in the entertainment business. And my job, like Walt Disney, my job is to provide entertainment for our clients, whether it be a great restaurant, a great bar, a great kids club, a great spa, whether it be alternative therapies, whether making our own wine or our own olive oil, having our own DJs. Our job is to entertain people and make them feel that they're in a bit of a glorified house party or living a lifestyle. It's virtually impossible to do that when you've got a 500 room hotel.
And so you must be very happy then with the global growth of boutique and lifestyle hotels, because that's promoting more of your sector at the same time.
Absolutely. I mean, on one side I'm very happy because it promotes what we're trying to do, and on the other side I like it because I can stay in nice hotels when I travel that are what I want to be in. So absolutely. And I think there's a trend. I think a lot of people more and more are moving away from wanting to be in the mass market large hotels and wanting to be somewhere a little bit unique, a bit more bespoke.